Slow key, and I say I am Mr. Superfax. Day 13, World War III slash World War Epstein diary. So basically, everything is a ritual. Okay. So this guy, if you follow basketball, this guy Bam Adebayo, Adebayo, as far as I know, the dude averages 18 points a game. Probably makes who knows how many millions of dollars to only average 18 points in a basketball game. What they said, he passes Kobe Bryant in a scripted ritual. Okay. They said Adebayo is occupying a new spot in the NBA history books. The Heat center scored 83 points in Miami's 150-129 win over the Wizards on Tuesday night, as he became the second highest scorer in an NBA game. Okay, so he's second to Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it 100 or whatever? Who gives a shit? 100 Goyim points for you. Who's the bestest, goodest goy? Um, Said Kobe Bryant previously occupied the number 2 spot when he dropped 81 for the Lakers on January 22nd, 2006. Okay? And correct me if I'm wrong. He dropped that shit on Jalen Rose's head. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he dropped that shit on Jalen Rose. That was a fucking humiliation ritual for Jalen Rose. Correct me if I'm wrong. All right. They said Bam broke Kobe's record 47 days from the anniversary of Kobe's highest scoring game, one of the most worshipped numbers in Masonry. Okay. They're saying that like the Masonic square and compass, you see it? 'Cause I know it's hard to see on here. But they're saying it's 47 degrees. Like how they have they have the G in the middle. And I was listening to somebody, I think it was Dr. Jiang, and he was explaining how Albert Pike basically said the G stands for God, but it also stands for geometry, or something along those lines. Albert Pike. So they said 47. He broke Kobe's record 47 days from the anniversary of Kobe's highest scoring game. Okay. All right. So they're doing a gematria or gematria, however you say it, on his, I guess his, let me see. The game was on the 69th day of the year, the same value of Bam Adebayo when using the ordinal cipher. Okay. So the when they add up, I guess his name adds up to 69, and also the day of the year, March 10th, adds up to 69 too. So this right here, this really ain't put together shit. This little bullshit right here, this really ain't put together shit. This is definitely not a thorough gematria breakdown. But yeah, they're saying in sports, outcomes are scripted to follow these numerological. Jesus Christ, dude. These number patterns, team scores, game dates, and even player jersey numbers often align with specific gematria codes, signifying that the events are prearranged. Similarly, it's like I could say these words, but I just can't read them. Like, what is that? Is that dyslexic? What is that? I can say all of these words, but then when I read it, my brain is like, nigga, what the fuck is that? Similar, because who even says similarly, like who even says that? That's crazy. All right, scandals or celebrity incidents also reflect these encoded messages. Everything is planned and executed to reinforce the dominance of these elites through numbers, leaving clues for those who understand the code. But the problem is, it's like, unless you betting on this shit, but even that, it's like, once again, these people talking about wake up, wake up, wake up. But once you wake up, you're supposed to realize, okay, I can't give my energy to this shit, to none of it, to the bread and circus, none of it, to the illusion of choice, none of it. But we live in this warped ass fucking world where people think that like waking up is just continuing to participate in the beast system, but just calling it out, and then constantly fucking saying, I told you so. Once again, that's the fucking ego. See, if you still trapped in your ego, you ain't wake up at all. You still sleep. So anyway, there's that. They said the dude had like, let me see. They said he had like 40 something free throws. So he really only scored half his points off field goals. Let me see. I tell you, man, these people are cheap as fuck. Guess I didn't save it. I know I sent it to Sato though. Was it this nigga? No. I think it's this is Nick Young.
Man, the Wizards, all that record's supposed to be broken. Hell no. You always support the Wizards. G League team, French getting dunked on the whole time, and playing no defense. Kobe probably rolling over in his grave right now, like you. You see how he was going for it at 74? That was nasty.
Swaggy, how is one supposed to go for it?
Get out the game. You win it by 30.
But if you're that close.
No. If I had 81, I would have stopped.
If you're the player and you have 74 with 4 minutes left, is that close to you? You want to get pulled out of the game?
I would get pulled out. Any coach will pull you out. If Pat Riley was there, Pat Riley would have pulled him out.
Would you be mad if coach pulled you out and you was that close?
I wouldn't be that thirsty to try to break the record. No, I wouldn't. They was fouling the Wizards for them to miss free throws so they could get the ball back. Like, that's crazy.
Good strategy. A good strategy. What I'm saying is if you was Bam and that was your team doing it, you'd have been happy just like he was.
I like Bam, but he don't deserve that. Bam.
That man is a fucking hater, man. That man is a straight fucking hater, man.
Life is mastering the art of ball up top. For example, last night I got my shit blown smooth off.
Oh man, this is crazy. All right.
I want every person involved put on trial. Try both teams for treason, domestic terrorism. I don't care. Prosecute them.
43 free throw attempts?
Jesus Christ.
43.
What the fuck, man? What is this shit? Relegate the Washington Wizards to the G League. I mean, have some fucking fun. somebody within the Miami Heat organization has to be in the Epstein files. Up 20 against a tanking team with 90 seconds left, throwing the ball off the rim at the free throw line to stat pad? What happened to the league I love?
Yeah, they killed
I want
it,
every
man.
person involved put on trial.
And that's why it's like, ever since, on some for real shit, ever since Kobe died and the Warriors fell off, I just haven't been able to, like, this is just not, like, basketball is just dead. I used to love watching basketball, man. I used to love to watch basketball. That was really the only sport that I gave a fuck about. I'm standing in a fucking pizza place watching fucking soccer the other day, and I'm like, I can't stand soccer, bro. But I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay. Like, I'm trying to force myself to kind of, like, be entertained by it, but I'm like, this is bullshit. Keep it a buck, man. I just can't. It's hard for me to get excited. Unless it's boxing. Maybe that's the last thing that I could fuck around with. You know what I'm saying? All right, so this is something that I did want to talk about, and I might make another video about this.
Mask, and the only person that I'm hiding from is just the general public. Because I thought, obviously, the elite know who I am behind the mask, and the only person that I'm hiding from is just the general public. Because I thought I'd be safer that way. I've since learned that at this point, because of how fast I blew up, it's safer for me to let people know who I am under the mask. That way, nobody can ever replace me under the mask.
Safety in numbers, right?
Exactly, yes.
Should we do the big reveal?
Sure.
Safety in
Okay,
numbers.
guys, so face reveal. First one on the show, and it's episode 2000. So,
Wow.
you ready for this?
I'm ready. I'm coming out, no homo.
No
Let's go.
homos,
Are you
wow.
nervous?
I'm a little nervous. I don't want to be recognized, but it's okay.
It's one of the downsides of having a big following.
Absolutely. I'm sure you experience that a lot.
Yeah, privacy's been an issue sometimes. What do you have to say now that you're not anonymous anymore?
Everybody was like, are you hiding your nose under your mask? No, thank you. It's very small. It's very small. I'm Irish.
I'm half Irish too.
Oh, wow, twin. Obviously, the elite know who I am behind the mask, and the only person.
So this is a content creator. Her name is Ginger Theory. She has 376,000 followers. She only has 67 posts. So let me give you an example of the type of content that she makes. And she's killing it. Like this is crazy. Like, I'm looking at her views. 178,000 views, 514,000 views, 307,000 views, 414,000. I mean, it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, this video, the video I just showed you has 1.1 million views. Like, this is insane.
Deliberately and murdered over 150 school children. Israel bombed a little girls' school deliberately and murdered over 150 school children in Iran, and they had prior intel on that building. Don't play with me. President Trump announced a joint U.S.-Israel attack on Iran at 2 a.m. on Saturday on his social media platform Truth Social. President Trump is in violation of federal law by conducting official government communications through a platform that he owns and profits from. But if you know anything about Donald Trump, financial crimes are his specialty, and dodging the draft. Put Barron on the front lines. Seriously, y'all can come out here and deal with your daddy's issues for real. So, these attacks on Iran have nothing to do with philanthropic efforts to free the Iranians from an oppressive regime. It has everything to do with the Greater Israel Project. This has been in the works since at least the 1800s, when the demon-possessed Theodore Herzl was getting busy with the anti-human Jewish supremacist ideology, aka Satanism. Greater Israel is based off of a false biblical right to the land from Egypt to the Euphrates River, Genesis 15:18. This would include Palestine, Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, Egypt, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Cyprus, and southern Turkey. But I've heard it can extend all the way to Morocco. Look into Jared Kushner's connections to that country. We knew it was never just about Palestine. That was a display of what they will do to the entire world, if we let them. Once again, God's chosen people would never kill innocent human beings and start demonic wars. Once again, the people in Israel worship the devil. Supporters of the nation-state of Israel are not Christians. Benjamin Milikowski, the Polish Satanist, is a strong supporter of and believer in Greater Israel, calling it a historic and spiritual mission. Coincidentally, Between March 1st and today, over 200 anonymous complaints from service members across 40 different units came in. They said that commanders framed the Iran war as divinely ordained, telling troops not to be afraid because it was all part of God's divine plan. One commander specifically referenced numerous citations from the book of Revelation, referring to Armageddon and the return of Jesus Christ, and said that Trump had been anointed by Jesus to light the signal fire in Iran to start Armageddon and mark his return to Earth. There have been similar complaints since October 7th of 2023. This should be no surprise that the U.S. military thought this was appropriate, considering the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, attends a weekly White House Bible study in which the pastor is a hardcore Zionist. Little Petey agrees, of course, because he is undeniably unintelligent and compromised. He has also said that the West must wage a crusade against Islam. If you think Islam is a problem, you should really get to know the Talmud and rabbinic literature and find out what they really think of you, goy. There are obviously so many geopolitical implications of war with Iran, one being the Strait of Hormuz being closed due to the ongoing war, and this transports crude oil to China, India, South Korea, Japan, and the U.S. On March 2nd, the IRG, Iranian Revolutionary Guard, declared the strait closed and vowed to set ablaze any ship attempting to pass. This will severely impact global energy and commodities. China, India, and the other countries will turn to Russia for their crude oil. Trump has said that he will send warships to defend the strait. Bombed a little girl's school deliberately.
So she makes very informative content. Like, I haven't really watched a lot of her videos like that. You know, like if I just catch it when I'm scrolling. But she makes informative content and she doesn't seem biased. You know, I tend to fuck with people that just put the information out there and then you come to your own conclusions. I don't really fuck with people that like try to force you into a narrative or whatever the hell, you know what I mean? I'm a grown ass fucking man. I ain't got time for that shit. But the reason why I wanted to talk about her is because, you know, like, she finally took her mask off. But the problem is, you know, we live in a dualistic hell. And she, you know, her whole thing is they're saying, oh, it's strength in numbers. And if my identity isn't out there, if my face isn't out there, if something happens to me, people won't even know, or it might be confusion or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Kev, I texted you, man. I was trying to get you on the show with me and Rich. What happened? You know, so it's dualistic. It's two sides to everything, you know. But in my opinion, I feel like anonymity, is that how you fucking say the word? I feel like it's very powerful to remain anonymous, because once somebody knows what you look like, and then, you know, they know where you live and they know your family and they know what kind of car you know what I mean? That's it. It's, you know what I mean? You're an easy target. But when these people don't know who you are, they don't know where you are, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you put the wrong number in the email or whatever, but yeah, I sent you a link like last week. But remember that TV show with the spy? You know, when they find out your identity is called a burn notice. I mean, you're cooked, you know? And she had a great brand with that mask, right? With this mask right here. She had a great brand. That's why that movie, remember, you know what the fuck, Vendetta, V for Vendetta, that movie was so good because it was also the brand, the mask, and the mask, you know, it starts to transcend individual identity and it becomes a collective symbol. Let's have a real conversation. And it's also empowering to people that's not necessarily, you know, that have the courage. They could put that mask on and they can feel, okay, now I have, you know what I mean? Now I have the courage to speak the truth. Let's have a real conversation. But, you know, I left a comment because they're saying her whole thing is there's strength in, no, it ain't. If you got one John Wick, what did we learn from John Wick? There's strength in numbers. Fucking, see, they're watching the Disney Channel, okay? I'm over here watching Cinemax and shit. HBO Uncut, all right? Whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? That's the difference. When you go out and you put yourself out here and you're going to tell this truth and you're going to go against the grain and you're going to expose, you know, these people business, because that's what you're doing, you know? When you exposing these people's business, I got your text. When you exposing these people's business, you got to be prepared for what comes with that. So that's why I give, you know, like if I would give advice to people, it's like, you got to be ready. You have to be ready. Like you have to already be detached from this realm. You know what I'm saying? Before you put yourself out there. Let's have a real conversation. You know what I mean? Because you don't know. Like this chick right here. 376,000 followers. She only got 67 videos up there. You know what I mean? A lot of us got way more videos than this chick. You feel me? So when you're anonymous, they can't see you coming. They can't see who's coming when you're anonymous. But it's all somebody, as soon as somebody make your face out, it's over. They already know what you're about. You know what I mean? It's a burn notice. You know, so I think it was silly for her to reveal her face. You know what I mean? Because if them people gonna come for you, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You're like, what makes you think you're bigger than the program? What makes you think you're more important than JFK or whoever the fuck that they got up out of here? What makes you think you're bigger than MLK? Let's have a real conversation. So the smartest thing to do, also they call it, you know, to be anonymous, but be the gray man or blend in. You know, let's have a real conversation, man. That's the smartest way to actually combat, you know, the beast system, you know, to blend in and infiltrate. Let's have a real conversation, allegedly, right? So, and once again, power trumps conversation. Like this whole, like, it's great content. It's great content. I mean, every single one of her videos, you can learn something about the external world and what's going on, you know, these people business, but that's not helping you reconnect with your soul and getting aligned with your own divinity. You see what I'm saying? It's another distraction, you know? So it's like, me personally, I don't get it. This shit got 2.6 million views.
Charlie Kirk, in the same way that I believe there were weapons of mass destruction in Iraq before 9/11, and in the same way that I believe JFK was killed by Lee Harvey Oswald. So Erica Kirk has been continuing her media tour because, of course, that is the best thing to do while you're grieving your dead husband and father of your 2 small children who now don't have a dad. On this tour, she recently told Candace Owens and other investigative journalists to her and the other people that are putting these lies out into the world right now. Stop. That's it. That's all I have to say. Stop. Stop investigating Charlie Kirk's death. Fine, I'll say it. Guilty. Erica, as acting CEO, has sent out several disturbing texts and emails starting the day after Charlie was killed. In these messages...
So, yeah, you know, it's like people choose rabbit holes over, you know, reconnecting with their soul. Like, the whole Charlie Kirk thing, it's like, bro, the big picture is what we're witnessing, bro, as, like, veteran truth seekers and shit, what we're witnessing It's like we're like fucking conspiracy. We're like tinfoil alumni. You know what I mean? Because now what we're like all graduated up here and shit. Like not on no ego shit, but it's just we just been here for so long, and we learned we've been through the process. So now we're all up here with our fucking tinfoil alumni hats and shit, tinfoil Letterman coats and shit, and we're looking at people like Candace Owens and Jimmy Dores and all of these other people, you know what I mean? And the Nick Fuentes, you know what I mean? Where we see you, it's documented. We saw you. You were promoting. You were caught up in the fucking illusion. You were promoting the left-right paradigm. And Nick Fuentes is still pushing that shit. But you were promoting the illusion. You were promoting the propaganda. You were promoting the fucking continuance of slavery. Let's have a real conversation. So we're watching these people, you know, years ago we said it's all bullshit. We don't have to cling on to shit. We don't have to scrape for scraps of nothing. It's all bullshit. Throw it all away. Fuck it. And we watch these people wear the fucking red hat like Candace Owens and Nick Fuentes or whatever. And then we watch them go through all of the situations. We seen Kanye come out and get fucking, he went from a billionaire. They fucking, come on, man. They ran down on his bank account for speaking and telling the truth. You know what I mean? Shit. But then he came out and apologized like a little bitch. But so it's like to you know, we're witnessing these people go through, you know, we're witnessing them go through the stages and shit like that, you know what I mean? And it's just interesting to see it in real time, bro. It's just interesting. It really is interesting to see it in real time. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, as far as this chick, she should have remained anonymous. Only thing she's gonna do now is just, you know, and they could have found out who she was anyway. CIA, Mossad, whoever the fuck. They could have found out who she was regardless, even if she never took the mask off. But I felt like the mask serves a greater purpose for the collective opposed to the individual, you know what I'm saying? Like, the mask serves as, would have served as a symbol. Let's have a real conversation. And I feel like, you know, everything gets fucked up when it becomes about the individual. You know what I mean? Like, when everybody's just like, then it just becomes a cult. See, if you got a group of people and everybody's wearing a mask, like everybody's wearing like an anonymous mask or whatever the fuck, a Joker mask. It's the same thing with the Joker. See, that's the beautiful thing about the Joker. I love the Joker. See, I hated the Joker. Like, I loved Batman when I was growing up. But then I transcended, you know, and I'm like, yeah, when you spiritually evolve, you appreciate the Joker. And the thing about the Joker is basically his identity is anonymous. You know he's the Joker, but you don't know nothing about him. You don't know who he is underneath the makeup. And a lot of people don't even know why the fuck he's doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a real conversation. You feel me? But, you know, from at least what I've seen, you know, the Joker was the nigga was crazy, but he was kind of like an agent of truth, man, because Batman was trying to maintain the system, but people think that he's a vigilante, but really Batman was a Illuminati firewall to keep the system in place. Let's have a real conversation. And the Joker was the virus or the anomaly or the you see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And you know, we need more jokers out here. If we just having a real conversation, if we having a real ass conversation, we need more jokers out here, man. But it's once again, it's that duality, you know what I mean? It's that fucking duality, man. And I've been saying this for a long time, like even before I truly understood this shit. You know what I mean? Even before I truly understood what it means to be like the observer, like the silent observer, and reconnect with that divine, you know, permanent stillness that's within all of us. Before that, I already knew. I was like, yeah, I want to be on whatever vibration is above duality, because duality is bullshit. Duality is bullshit. You know what I mean? Like I don't have the spiritual patience anymore for duality. I'm just tired of it. You know what I mean? All right, let me see what else we got, man.
I am grown up. I'm 54 years old.
Well, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Doing this shit.
Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
What, can you tell me why you voted for Trump?
Because he's helping us out.
He's helping you out?
Yes, he
How is he
is.
helping you out?
Well, hell, he done lowered
What the fuck?
Gas down.
Does the president control gas prices?
Yeah.
How does he control gas prices?
Oh, bullshit. You know what you are.
What am I?
Motherfucker. Come on.
I'm going to be nice to you.
Well-
Actually, I was going to be nice to you until you called me that. But I think as a woman voting for Trump, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And is that your husband? He's a piece of shit.
I'm
her son. Oh, wait, you're a piece of shit, too.
me piece of
You're a piece of shit. Yeah.
It's okay.
I'm
ready to go to jail. I'm ready
to put you in the house. Punch me.
me.
Punch me.
I'm ready to put you in the house.
Do it.
Come on.
I do it.
Call my mom.
Do it. I'm right here. Come on, do it. Do it. Oh, you're a Trump supporter, too?
Call my mom. Don't forget.
Hey, your mom's a piece of shit.
Jesus.
Your mom, hey, and you're a piece of shit,
Jesus.
too. That old lady said I was a motherfucker.
So he's riding around with a fuck Trump shirt on that matches his bike, and he got a fuck Trump flag on. Now look, this same motherfucker right here, for all we know, he could have had a vote for Trump shirt on, you know what I'm saying, last year, a couple months ago. So we don't know the full context, but this your freedom of speech, bro. This is your, you know, your right. You have the right to fucking say fuck Donald Trump. And it's just so crazy, bro, how people get so personally invested into this shit, man. You know what I mean? It don't make no sense, dude. This shit got 1 million likes, bro. And she talking about gas. It's crazy. It don't make no sense. Donald Trump's... Yo, so the first time around, he says he ran on locking Hillary up. He lied. Second time around, he ran on no more wars. He lied. I think Donald Trump is honestly if he not the worst president we ever had, he up there. He up there with Bush. You know what I mean? Just a complete, because, you know, Donald Trump doesn't give a fuck about being strategic or anything like that. He comes from the world of TV. And that's how his brain is just wired and configured. For him, it's all about what would make good TV. That's how Donald Trump thinks. What are they gonna play on TV that's gonna make him look good? It's all he cares about. He don't give a fuck about nothing or no one else. Maybe maybe he might care about his family. But when he's on The View talking about the dumb bitch on The View asked him, what do you have in common with your daughter? And he said, oh, well, I was going to say sex. What? What? And he talking about if Ivanka wasn't my daughter, I might perhaps be dating her. You know what I mean? And yeah, the war was gonna happen regardless who was in there. You know what I'm saying? I never denied that. But the point is, it's like people about the fight in the fucking, I mean, these are old ass people. This lady is on a walker. You know what I'm saying? You know, like it's all, you know, I'll never understand why people just can't throw away the whole thing. Why they have to hold on to the scraps of bullshit. How many people have to fucking die? How many lies do you have to fucking, you know, deal with, like, before people just say the whole shit is fucked up? We're watching the videos of this fucking guy right here. This guy is doing the fucking Lord's work, man.
Israel before America? Israel before... Excuse me, sir. We'd like to ask why Senator Tim puts Israel before America. Any answer? Anything? Anyone? Anyone? Anything? Anyone? Thank you. No one wants to fight for Israel! Excuse me, sir. I don't sound like a conspiracy theorist, but the whole thing about us living in a simulation, whoever picked me as their video game character need to step it the fuck up, all right? I got no money, I got no career, my nose is stuffy, the weather sucks. Put in some fucking cheat codes, man. God damn. I don't sound like a conspiracy theorist, but the whole thing about... Bonjour. Bonjour. Comment tu t'appelles? Merci beaucoup. Oh, sir. Israel, you support Israel or Palestine?
Is that a question?
Is that a nervous laugh?
No, I'm just so surprised by you.
Why were you prancing around? Why are you like hopping around and giggling, bro? That's weird, bro.
I'm just like asking.
You seem like you got flustered.
Why would you ask this question to a reporter?
To a reporter?
Yes.
Well, because I feel like it. Why not? What is funny? What's so funny about it? You know you have like 55 lines on your face, bro. It looks like you're getting old, bro. You're getting old, bro. Getting old, boy.
Excuse me, are you with press?
Yep, I am press. Are you from Russia? Where are you from? You talk like Russia.
Is it allowed?
Yes, it's not Russia. It's America. We're loud. We are loud. We are loud in America. Is that when your country is not loud?
Can you see your badge?
You know Borat? I have no badge, but I am Borat. You know movie Borat? I am like Borat. You're Borat too. We're both Borat.
I'm not sure. Shall we report you to press gallery and probably they're gonna...
You're gonna go tell on me? Okay, you go pen. Please go and report. Sir, last chance. How do you feel about Palestine, brother? Thank you for participating in our ethnography. We are anthropologists, and you just proved a lot. You just proved our thesis correct. That reporters have no backbone, no guts, no heart, no nothing. Cowardly agents of the system. No backbone, no heart, no spirit. Look at his face. Look at the broken man he is. This man is a broken man. He's a broken man.
They know. They know. They know they ain't shit, bro. These people know they ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm getting
a lot of questions about the Epstein files. Everyone's asking me, oh, Andrew, you're in the files. You know who's in the files? And I'll tell you, because I'm absolutely not only the most capable and competent man on the planet. If you're concerned about who's in another man's files, that's gay. I'm out here doing my own operation, running 7 different types of Epsteinian Aikido. What color is your pedo island? You don't even have one. You're fucking poor. Why is everyone worried about, oh, Andrew, I saw someone I like in the files? Get your own files. That's one of the things I teach in my university. How to get your own island, how to source your own girls, so that you too can have your own enterprise. Everyone's so concerned about what another man's doing with another man's island. Just the other day, me and Tristan were hanging out the back of some whore, and she opens her mouth and goes, oh, do you think this is gonna make it in the files? And I was like, shut up, bitch, that's gay. Could never be in another man's files. If you're doing this and you're worried, get your money up. Stop being broke. So I'm getting a lot of questions about the Epstein files. Everyone's...
Listen, man.
Of human beings, people.
Now this guy and Dr. Jiang is everywhere right now. Everywhere. They might as well, if they were smart, they might as well start a podcast together.
Designers of the United States on the opening day of the war fired 4 cruise missiles. Third site that they struck, they noticed an accumulation of human beings, people running to the site. And so they ordered the 4th missile to strike. The 4th missile went up, came down, and hit. The missile is designed to penetrate with a bunker-busting capability, but there's an additional factor to this missile. Our brilliant weapons designers have concluded that the excess fuel in a Tomahawk missile, at the moment of impact, can actually be weaponized into a thermobaric weapon, a fuel-air explosive. And so they hit the button, turned the excess fuel into a thermobaric. The button, turn the excess fuel into a
This is crazy, dude.
Moment of impact can actually be weaponized into a thermobaric weapon, a fuel-air explosive. And so they hit the button, turned the excess fuel into a thermobaric, and the people they saw running were the children who survived the initial attack. They went to the prayer hall with their teachers, and they asked the parents to come in and retrieve their children. Parents are on their way. So the movement you saw were survivors going into the building, teachers with them, parents come to them, and we put the 4th cruise missile in there, turned it into a thermobaric bomb, and burned these children alive. That's this war in a nutshell. Yeah. We don't know what we're doing. We don't know what we're targeting. And all we're doing is murdering people. And you know why this happened? Because Pete Hegseth canceled a Department of Defense directive that required a civilian mitigation team to go over each target to make sure that we weren't striking the wrong targets. He called that woke. He called that ineffective. He wanted to be the most lethal fighting force in the world. Kill, kill, kill. Well, Pete, you killed them. 170 of them. Children. You're a murderer. You're a war criminal. And so is Donald Trump. And so is every American who supports this war. Because this war is an illegal war of aggression. We aren't obeying the laws of war. And we're simply slaughtering innocent people to appease a bunch of neoconservatives who have an outdated concept of what the world should look like and who have completely subordinated the interests of the United States to the state of Israel. And I apologize for losing my temper. I'm the father of 2 girls, and I would hunt down and kill anybody who brought harm to my children. United States.
And I believe him. I don't believe he's telling a lie. He sound like the motherfucker Liam Neeson. He sound like fucking Liam Neeson. That's not what war also, there's rules to war. Like, go ahead, somebody do what you gotta do, man. It's not what war is. If that's what war was, why is it Iran only hitting strategic? Why is Iran not killing civilians? I'll wait. Why is only the U.S. and Israel killing civilians? I'll wait. Oh, that's why we can't have shit, y'all. That's why we can't have shit. People are just fucking stupid. And their brains don't work. You know what I mean? I'll be back later, man. Give me like half an hour.